everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie. It is on Netflix called HeartBeat, and it is from Indonesia. And in this movie we see this mysterious doctor when he arrived in Indonesian village, and we see people start disappearing there. And across town we also see one dancer. She must stop him. That is the synopsis for this movie. Also, this movie centers around this doctor who's so creepy, and he arrives there. He's very quiet, and this movie, it doesn't hide that he's basically, in this movie we see he's a serial killer. He arrives there and he starts killing people. He starts collecting their heart and he starts putting them in a jar. And I must say, this movie, it is very beautifully shot, and the premise for this movie, it is where that is the reason why I tuned into this movie. When I read the synopsis, I was like, ooh, sounds very interesting. Because from the synopsis, you can see this doctor is probably killing people, and that can be very interesting. However, this movie, it is very slow-paced, slow burn type horror movie. You see him, he's doing stuff, he's weird, he's doing certain way his stuff, and you see he start going to across town. We see this dancer, she's dancing, and I must say, all the dance she does, this actress in this movie, she did this amazing job, all the dancing. I think this movie, it is kind of mixed bag. You see she's dancing so well, her dance, it is very mesmerizing to watch. Same time, all the dancing scene do drawn out a lot, they are long time you have to see, she's dancing, doesn't help the plot or nothing. She just does that. And in one scene we see somehow she come contact with this doctor, and she sends something with him, and she kind of become victim of his, and the way this movie ends, it was ridiculous. I was like, I didn't get it. Why he was killing people? I didn't get that answer. Why he was collecting their heart, putting in a jar? This movie, it isn't in dub, so you have to see with the subtitle. Maybe that's why I missed something. Overall, I thought this movie does have some interesting scene here and there. All the village scene I really like, especially the location. I really enjoyed this movie, how it takes you this rural village in Indonesia, and it was very interesting seeing all the village people there and how they react when they see the doctor, and all the scene doctor had. He's so creepy, and the minute you see him, you are like, he looks like a serial killer. So there is a big mystery that he is in this movie. But I feel like this movie does drag a lot here and there. End of the day, you don't understand what was his motivation, why he was doing all this thing. He's a doctor. We do see he was abused, he comes from very abused home. We see his dad was yelling at mom and all those things. He was kind of grow up in a trauma, that I understand. And this dancer, she's going through some stuff, that also I understand. What I don't understand is why so many scenes was dragged out. Again, this movie does look really pretty, some of the scene, but this movie is just slow pace. It did have such an interesting plot, doesn't do anything interesting with it. That is my frustration with this movie. I was like, and acting in this movie, I would say the acting is okay. Recently, I saw another movie, Photocopier. It is also from Indonesia, and that movie is getting a lot of award recognition. That movie, however, is very good movie, although a lot of people commented on my other review, why did you like that movie? That movie is slow pace, because that movie is character based. End of that movie, you get satisfying watch. This one isn't. This one is very unsatisfying watch. End of this movie, you are sitting there thinking, why did he was keeping all this heart alive? What was his motivation? You don't get anything. And the way he killed himself, why you did that? You don't get no answer, nothing in here. But again, this movie's the plot is very interesting premise, but did not deliver on its promise. And that's my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed about this review, don't forget my other review. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.